Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. It's Matthew 5:8. Seeing God has been a problematic activity in the Bible, in the scriptures. There's that famous story in Exodus. You might remember it when Moses, he's gone up Mount Sinai where he's collecting the law from God while the Israelites are waiting for him at the base of the mountain in the wilderness. And while he's up there, he's speaking with God through a storm. There's lightning and there's thunder. And at one stage in their conversation between Moses and God, Moses says to God, "Let me see you face to face. Let me see your glory," he says. And God says, "I will pass by you, but I will make a cleft in the rock, like I'll carve this part out of the rock so that you can hide in there, and I will let you see my back, but you can't see my face because no one," he says, "can see my face and live." And this is the story of seeing God that we have in the scriptures. We cannot see his face and live. And so when God appears, he appears in these filtered ways, in a burning bush, or in a whirlwind, or in this case, in a storm. But Jesus says here that the pure in heart will be able to see God. So this is groundbreaking. Now, Jesus isn't speaking about the ability to see himself, because we know that Jesus is God. Jesus is actually speaking about the opportunity to see his Father, who is, at this stage in history, unseen. And he's talking about seeing his Father at the end of time. That event that happens where God has brought the world to its consummation, all things have come to an end. And as Revelation describes it, God will come to us and he will wipe every tear from our eyes. And there'll be no more mourning or weeping or crying or pain, for the old order of things is gone. This beatitude is talking about that day when we will see God face to face. And that is a beautiful and monumentous occasion. The fact that we would be able to see God, who has been unseeable, even for people like Moses, we will be able to see him face to face. We will be able to see him eye to eye. We will look at him directly in the eye. That's going to be the intimacy of our relationship with him for all of eternity. You know that wonderful feeling when you can look someone in the eye and you can maintain eye contact, and it's beautiful. It's not jarring or devastating or shameful as it so often is, but it is just pure and it's intimate. That's the kind of eye contact that this is talking about. We will be able to see God and he will wipe every tear from our eyes. So that's it. It's beautiful. And the question is, who are these people who get to enjoy this wonderful privilege of seeing God eye to eye? And Jesus tells us that it is the pure in heart. Now, we have to talk about what this means, the pure in heart. It's not like there's anything hidden in the words. It's actually very simply to translate. But I think what this is referring to those is those people who have turned from setting their affections on other things and have set their affections on God. To not love and live for praise or money or achievement or romance or sex or acknowledgement, but to love and live for God, who you can trust completely. So actually what you see in this beatitude is that you see a logical progression. Those who have set their eyes on being like God are the ones who will one day see God. Those who have set their eyes on being like God are the ones who will one day see God. It's kind of like fix your gaze on the thing that you want, and one day you'll get exactly what you're looking for. You'll see him face to face. Actually, I reckon that it's these words that Paul was reflecting on when he writes that famous love poem in the end of his letter to the Corinthians. Because in that poem, 1 Corinthians 13, he says, "For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we will see face to face." He says, "Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. It's a wonderful, joyous, monumentous day that we will see God face to face for those who are pure in heart. So here's the question for today. How is the certainty of that day when you will see God, how is that day impacting the way that you do things today? How is the certainty of the day when you will see God impacting the way that you do things today? Have a think about that question. God bless. Have a good day.